Noble from Nastasia.com. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet a striped cell phone case. To do this, you'll need some worsted weight yarn in as many colors as you like, plus scissors and a yarn needle. And I'm using a size H crochet hook. To begin, make a slip knot. If you need help with the basics of crochet, please be sure to see my beginner crochet videos on YouTube. Insert your hook and chain as many as needed to accommodate the width of your phone. My phone measures about 12 chains across. Then, skip that first chain and do 3 single crochet stitches in the next chain. Now, do 1 single crochet in each of the next chains, stopping right before the last chain. Then, in the last chain, do 3 single crochet stitches all in that same chain. Now, pivot your work so that you are now working on the opposite side of the original chain. Do 1 single crochet in each of the chains. Keep going across the chain. Then, slip stitch into the first single crochet of that round. I ended up with a total of 24 single crochet stitches all the way around. We are now going to work in rounds instead of rows. Chain 1. Do 1 single crochet stitch in each of the stitches around. Because I ended up with 24 single crochet stitches originally, I will end up with 24 single crochet stitches on this new round. And it really does help to count the stitches. Even when you get to the other rounded side, just keep going around. After completing the 24th single crochet, we can add a new color if you wish. Insert your hook in the first single crochet in order to begin the slip stitch. Then drop the green yarn. Grab the blue yarn instead and wrap it around your hook. Pull it through the stitch and the loop on your hook. Leave the green yarn dangling and grab the blue yarn to begin working with it. Chain 1. Do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. After completing the last stitch, insert your hook into the first single crochet in order to begin the slip stitch. Then drop the blue yarn. Grab the yellow yarn, wrap it around your hook, then pull it through the stitch and the loop on your hook. Chain 1 with the yellow and proceed to do your 24 single crochet stitches again. After completing the last stitch, insert your hook into the top of the first single crochet. Drop the yellow yarn, then find the green yarn that is still dangling from your work. Gently pull it upwards and wrap your hook around it and pull it through the stitch and the existing loop on your hook. Chain 1 with this green yarn and continue doing your single crochet stitches around. You can see how nice and neat the stripes are starting to look. And again, when finished, insert your hook into the first stitch, drop the green yarn, and find the dangling blue yarn this time. Pull that blue yarn through the stitch and loop. Chain 1 with this blue yarn and continue working around. One thing I'd like to mention. When working in rounds, sometimes your joining slip stitches do not line up nicely, as you can see on this case. However, on this case, they line up nicely right along the edge. To get them to line up nicer, you might need to alternate where your first single crochet on the round goes. For example, chain 1. Instead of inserting your hook in the normal first space, you might need to insert your hook 1 stitch over and begin your first single crochet here instead. Then, just continue around with your 24 single crochet stitches. When finished, slip stitch to the beginning stitch. Keep checking that side seam. If it's not migrating anymore to the right, go ahead and chain 1 and begin your round in the same first space that you normally would. There is no exact formula to this, but if you keep a close eye and adjust the placement of your first stitch accordingly, your seam should stay nice and straight. Just keep crocheting in rounds of 24 stitches until you reach the top of your phone or media device. When you get to the last stitch, insert your hook into the beginning stitch and make a slip stitch. Then cut your yarn so that you have about a 6-inch tail. I like to chain 1 and pull my yarn through very tightly to secure it. Then grab any remaining yarn ends from inside and cut those too, leaving about a 6-inch tail. Then I like to reach inside and simply tie and knot the other 2 colors together. It's always a good idea to thread a yarn needle and weave in the ends just a little bit to secure them. Then take your scissors and cut off the ends. And here is the finished case. Now we need to add a closure. I like to take a large colorful button and thread a yarn needle with the corresponding color yarn. Then I insert the needle from behind and out through the first buttonhole, then back into the other buttonhole going towards the back. Then I like to repeat the process just to ensure the button is tight and secure. Next, I turn the case inside out a bit and reach in and tie and securely knot the 2 ends of the button yarn together. You can weave in the ends or just cut them depending upon your preference. You can now see what the case looks like with just a button on it. Next, we're going to make the strap closure for the button. I like to take 2 strands of yarn and leave about a 6-inch tail at the beginning. Then make a slip knot. Insert your hook and crochet with the 2 strands together. For this example, I chained 12. You might need more or less depending upon your case and phone. Then cut your yarn about 6 inches from the hook, pull your yarn through and tighten that last chain. You can see what the strap closure looks like. Next, take your case and hold your strap to the back of it. Then take your crochet hook, insert it through the case, grab one of those tail ends from the strap and pull it through. Do the same for the other side. Insert hook, grab a hold of the other tail end, then pull it through into the inside of your case. Now, take your 2 tail ends and tie them together tightly. You'll want to knot this a few times to ensure it is nice and secure. And as always, weave in and cut off the excess tail ends. And here is the case with the strap and button closure. You'll probably want to test it out by pulling down the strap over the button. And I'm going to insert my phone into the case as well to ensure a good fit. Then take the strap and place it around my button to close it up. And here is the final phone case holder. Front, back, and sides. I hope this video has helped you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website at nastasia.com for more tips and tricks on creative, self-sufficient living.